Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock and other semiconductors as usual, like AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom and Micron. So we had a very interesting day today on well, not just semiconductors, not just Nvidia, but across the market. Quite an interesting day. We were rebounding, and by the time market closed, it closed red, and some of the stocks, were quite red as well by the time market closed. But anyways, so Nvidia. Now, there are a couple of things for today that we were watching, and if you have seen my morning video, you are already aware about the rebound play that I talked about at $106 level. And that was a very important play down there. And I took the rebound here. I bought also YNVD ETF. If you are aware about that, check out my channel in the description of this video. That is Junior Trader Dividend Investing channel. I got a buying opportunity into Nvidia ETF, so you don't want to miss out those videos as well, guys. Now we got that rebound, and remember that $117 I talked about, and I have been talking about this level because now, since we have lost, let's go back to the daily interval. And since we lost $117 yesterday, today rebound came, right, on Nvidia, but came until where? That very particular level of 117. And then we continued to sell off, right? I'm going to get rid of, guys, some of these blue box up here. We don't need them anymore now. So let's get rid of those, clean up the chart a little bit. So going back again to the hourly interval, right? Precisely. Came back up there, but rejected 117, the significant level. Structure still remains bearish on Nvidia though, technically right now, right? We are still in the lower highs, lower lows. That's very apparently visible if I take you to the daily interval, right? So you can see lower highs, lower lows. Now the question becomes, is this buying pivot today that we got at $106, is this strong enough to turn Nvidia bullish? Well, so to answer that, it all comes down to this $117 still on the overall structure. If tomorrow Nvidia can still regain above 117 and close above that, that marks this as a pivot, and we would expect any pullback then to be bought back up through that blue box. But has that happened yet? No. But can that happen? Yes. So what do we have to look for that? Now that comes to how we are looking at things on the hourly interval. So coming back to the hourly interval, tomorrow what you are watching is if Nvidia stays or gets above this level of 113.50 cents with 20 hours moving average. If it gets above that, both of these, there is a likelihood intraday rebound may continue tomorrow, and then you are again watching $117 as if continues to break to the upside. All right, that is a beginning of the change of structure because that will start to form these intraday pivots. All right, but please note, until 117 and above, until then we are still in the bearish structure. It's all about, can we break out and above it? The little bit of rebound play that may happen is 113.50 cents above and above 20 hours moving average, then to 117. If this demand candle has to hold, this pivot has to form. Otherwise, if sure this rebound comes, but still though the technical structure is to the downside overall still, but if we start to sell off midway down here and starts to break these levels again to the downside and lose 20 hours moving average, you are again expecting then $106 tomorrow is a possibility on Nvidia because structure is still to the downside. I'm providing you the cases that may happen. Structure is still to the downside technically. Even though you could have traded this rebound, I talked about it when I did the day trading in the morning. I talked about it in the morning video. You can still trade these rebounds. I like to really trade that. And then since the structure is still bearish, if you want to play another short, you can have a stop loss on the other side. You start to see price action rejecting and you continue the play to the downside. So it all comes down to, will this pivot hold or not with the break above 20 hours moving average tomorrow, and if that rebound continues, and that if eventually gets above 170. Otherwise, no. Yeah, otherwise, structure is technically still bearish. If any of these levels fails or it loses steam even over here and we start to break level to the downside, 106 is still the level you're watching. So These are the levels to watch for tomorrow for any particular breaks, either to the upside or to the downside. All right. Now, and overall structure, like if you just want to stay away from intraday, or like, hey, junior trader, you know what? I'm happy with the swing trades. I don't want to take intradays. Well, guys, then just follow the structure. I'm providing you both the plays. Intraday, what to look for, both upside or downside, and what to look for on the swing. And for the swing is we are still in the downward structure. Take profits in the extensions, partial profits. Let's say if you have been playing these pivots, break of 128, and then that was a break, partial profits in the extensions, hanging pivot, rejection on the swing still, continued lower. You can reload here if you like, and break of the level, take partial profits in the extension, let the reload happens, and with the stop loss on the other side of the reload or other side of the pivot, you can continue your position. But yes, whenever the position changes, you got to book your stop loss, right? Whenever the structure changes. So in other words, overall structure on Nvidia will only turn bullish if we get above 117. Otherwise, no. And then intraday levels, I already provided you what to watch for these little bit of rebounds or downside breaks that you already have. So you have to choose what type of trade you want to do, and accordingly, these structures would come into play, right? So that's that. What my hunch is, if you ask my hunch, well, guys, it all comes down to those levels. What I can't ignore today, though, when I will show you other semiconductors, they are quite deep red, but Nvidia had this good wick, though. I just want this to, and that's why I'm saying, just be prepared if the wick forms, right? That put pivot forms, in other words, just because we have a wick down here, right? So usually when a buying pressure of this wick shows up, that can turn into some demand. Just saying. So you have to keep this in mind, but just work with the levels that I provided. Don't stay biased to your own opinion. Just clean up everything from your mind. If those technicals levels break or the levels hold, that's how you are trading, and the zone you are watching for the overall structure changes and whatnot. That's what you are watching on Nvidia. All right, so that's Nvidia. We hit our 106 target, and let's see what Nvidia does. Yeah, overall structure, though, is not fully bullish, as I said, as has to be above 117. We rejected underneath that today. As I said, yeah, watch this pivot if it forms and gets above 20 hours moving. Some rebound can come, and that can continue if we break above 117, and that will overall change the structure also on the overall, Nvidia. All right, enough talk about Nvidia. Wow, I can't leave Nvidia alone. All right, AMD. So this is what I'm saying, guys, right? Nvidia still did better, but look at it. AMD is just like, see ya, right? This thing is like, I don't want to get up, right? I just want to go down. It will be interesting what the earnings does, because definitely there will be a lot of, up or down, like on AMD, right? Look, if you believe in AMD, you are getting opportunities to buy. Again, this is up to you guys. Look, I'm not here to tell you if you should buy or not. I'm just sharing my opinion here. Will I buy this? If, let's say, if I'm interested to buy AMD, will I buy here? No. Why so? All right. Am I seeing any technical consolidation here? No. Am I seeing any higher highs, higher lows? No. What I'm seeing, flush, falling knife, lower highs, lower lows. I'll potentially just wait for much more cheaper prices, right? I waited on Nvidia to buy that Nvidia stock ETF. Guys, check out that channel of mine in the description below. All right, Junior Trader Dividend Investing channel. And I finally got that position on Nvidia ETF, guys. I just love it. I was waiting for that entry, all right, for so many days. And I got that exactly $106. I love it. All right. But yeah, so AMD, let's see how low it falls. Definitely this level you can watch, $130. This is where I'm seeing the next pivot. And so, but right now I'm not seeing any consolidation or support on AMD. It's just a free falling knife. You can see, wow, bloodbath. It's just not stopping. It's like, does someone know something before earnings? I have no clue. But this thing is just not stopping, guys. All right. So that's AMD. Let's take a look at SMCI now. SMCI trying to get bought back up just above 200 days moving average. Couldn't quite do it, but it still managed to stay above $692 level. We really don't have any significant level below 200 days moving average unless it forms, price consolidates here, but then 356 is the next level. Wow, that's scary. Let's go to the hourly interval. Is there for potential some pivot forming? Very similar structure like Nvidia, guys. All right. So it's a very volatile stock, but upside can continue on this if we continue to hold above 691 significant level and gets above 20 hours moving average. Some rebound may come tomorrow as well. That's a possibility for SMCI. However, trade level by level. If at any of these levels you start to see sell-off happening again, slowdown happening again, or even if it just breaks those levels to the downside, that would be it. And because it's in the downtrend, you have to respect that downtrend. I'm just providing the rebound place, but overall structure is still negative on this, and that will still stay negative even until 762. I'm providing potential levels to watch if you want to trade a little bit of this rebound on intradays, but nothing more than that, because then this play still becomes like you can short here at 761 because that's where the pivot is. So either you can just wait until that rebound happens, and if because technically we are still in the downward structure, right? But anyways, and eventually if structure has to change on SMCI, we have to break those significant levels first to the upside and getting above 20 hours moving, not just 20 hours moving average, but okay, let me go back again to SMCI because there's a strong actually resistance sitting here now, guys, this level of 761. So we need to get out of that first before any structure to the upside will look like. You can see how much of resistance is sitting down at this level now, right? So all right, that's SMCI. Let's take a look at ARM. So ARM, in the morning I talked about a potential play on this, like a short and the long, right? How it could be taken. Now this thing closed above the 50 days moving average. Guys, it all comes down to tomorrow also again. If it loses for 149.72 cents with 50 days, intraday short can come. Otherwise, yes, it has still a potential. If level holds to the upside, it can continue higher. We'll have to take again intraday only, nothing more than that. Very similar structure like Nvidia. Let's go to the hourly interval, just because we have a strong demand buy candle here. So if it tomorrow continue above 20 hours moving average and above 149.95 cents, you can expect some rebound on this. But take partial profits at the levels above, like these pivot levels above, right? You can see today we rejected eventually after the rebound at the previous pivot level, right? So that's that. All right, so that's ARM, and let's take a look at Broadcom. Yeah, Broadcom got to our level today after the sell-off, right? This is the level I was talking about, guys, 144 area. We got very close here on the short play, and it's still in the downtrend. And let's see if it tries to go back up here. But yeah, it's still in the rebound. If it comes, you can watch the levels on the lower time frame. But until this level, technically that will just be a rebound, and overall structure is still to the downtrend though until level of 156.38 cents. Micron tried its best to come back up today, but it's still not there yet. Selling off. Some rebound is trying to come at close to 200 days moving average, but it's not enough on this thing. It's trying to come back at this level of hours. But no, this is not strong enough right now, guys. Yeah. I mean, this is even as long as we are below 113.68 cents, guys, we are just in the downtrend. Nothing much right now on this thing as well, guys. All right, cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for this video. And if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.